We've seen that this ball and socket can move in all directions. What we haven't seen is that this clavicle can move as well. The point of the shoulder here can move up and down and a bit forward and backward. And that happens at this sternoclavicular joint, which is a saddle joint, subtle as it is, and this plate joint that if this could lift up, it would change. But they even have this thing riveted so that this scapula can't even move on the rib cage, which is not the way it is like on you. You can move it quite a bit forward and backward. So let's see what it looks like in our drawing.
Okay, let's get to this raised shoulder and do something a little differently. I decided to do the preliminary lines very light so that I'd be a better influence on you. And they're so light that you can't see them. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Now, to place these clavicles on here, I need to think of them as a structure that exists in space. And when I box up the edges, I get that, and it's foreshortened so that some planes that look long on the right look short on the left. And I do it as if the clavicles are at rest, but they aren't. So I would lift it up so that it would land here. That's a more accurate way than guessing. When you're attempting complex forms, it helps to break them into a few simple forms, like boxes, which is what I'm trying to do here. And now we attempt to draw some boxes that have been lifted up. Good show, old man, good show. The manubrium, which is the top part of the sternum, has bevels around it. And we'll look more closely at that joint in a moment. Let's define this plate joint where the acromion process has dropped. And then let's work bigger so we can see what I was doing in drawing two separate boxes. And including some cross contours so there's no ambiguity. Now, this sternoclavicular joint at the manubrium is, believe it or not, a saddle joint. It is so subtle and so difficult to discern as a saddle joint that to do this exercise you have to artificialize it as I'm doing here. But there is the idea. Concave and convex puzzle pieces. Now let's place the ball where the socket would be. And let's put the arm in a different position for the fun of it. Let's put it so that it's coming toward us right there. And let's rotate the position of the epicondyles. And this time I'm going to draw of the epicondyles. Ooh, it's just so nice to see an occasional line that works, goes down gracefully. Epicondyles on there, medial epicondyles sticking out a little more, cross contour to show that it's coming toward us. Now I'm drawing an arc, trying to find the ellipse of how that would swing. Went a little long there, Marshall! A little long there. He can't hear me. He's locked back in the past. Too late. Can't see it. I apologize that the artist is blind, but he used to have a remarkable head of hair. That still works. And now we're placing the radius in a demi-prone to prone position to hold the hand. Good. Let's clean it up.